just wanted to sort of shift gears to the other story that we're following, and that is, of course, the major announcement we got on Friday with regards to the property sector. We're actually seeing the CSI 300 index real estate stocks down roughly 2% at the get-go this morning. It doesn't look like this policy announcement has got much runway in terms of upside for the markets. What do you make of that in terms of the response and the reaction this morning, now that, of course, investors, the banks have had a chance to react and digest some of this information over the weekend? Does this sort of suggest that while the announcement is encouraging, the belief in the market is that it's going to take some time and we're going to have to wait to see that implementation and execution first?
Well, I think there are three implications there. Firstly, you can see that those property-related stocks have rallied quite a lot recently, including sharp rally on Friday last week. And secondly, if you look into detail, if the local government have to buy some of the property from the public company, it seems that the price might not be high. It doesn't mean that these property companies have high profitability ahead. And then lastly, in terms of timing, we think that the central government has provided directions. Executions will be a rest on the local government. It will definitely take time. So that's why I think it takes some time for the market to digest the information. And also it takes time for the property company to benefit from it.
I want to ask you about the data we got on Friday in terms of encouraging on the supply side, but not so much on the demand side. When we talk about some of the overcapacity concerns, China says that it doesn't have a problem here. But, I mean, if there's not enough demand to absorb some of this capacity, what's that going to mean for sort of longer-term deflationary or disinflationary expectations?
I think the so-called overcapacity issue is applicable to some selective sector. You can see, for instance, the solar sector, now we have a lot of solar product price drop more than 50% in the last 12 months. It does happen to some sector, and in terms of profitability of those stocks have been revised down a lot. But if you say across the board for the deflationary pressure, I think obviously it's still focused much on consumptions, much on property. Those pricing are relatively soft. I think it's more on the demand side. We do feel that in terms of growth, there are more growth in terms of some manufacturing, industrial sector for this year, but consumption as a whole, we think that it still remains relatively fragile, except some selected sectors such as transportation, traveling, Macau gaming, etc.